Hey everyone! Today on a special episode of SlideGamer, I review an augmented reality game called iDragonball Sports. That's right, the review crew and I are going to go hunt for the Dragon Balls and you're invited! So, hop on the Nimbus, power up, and let's see if this is a game that you will wish you had. Okay guys, we're gonna go look for the Dragon Balls. Ryan, you're Goku. Brian, since you have the least amount of hair, you're gonna be Krillin.
I just got one question though.
Yeah?
Shouldn't you be Bulma?
I don't want to be Bulma. Bulma sucks. I want to be Vegeta. Besides, I already made Geoffrey Bulma.
I should be Goku. I have the power pole.
How can you be Goku when Ryan's Goku?
She's got a point, you know.
Fine, I don't want to play anymore, and your costumes are stupid.
IDB Sports, as I mentioned, is an augmented reality game, which means that it's a game that requires real-world activity to accomplish the game's overall objective. That objective is to simply find the Dragon Balls. At this point, I'm going to stop and point out what's not really a flaw, but a major restriction for someone trying to decide whether or not to buy the game. And that is, if you don't like the Dragon Ball series, you aren't going to like the game! But as an interesting side note, if you don't like Dragon Ball GT, you probably still have good taste. But I digress. The game takes an interesting approach of using Google Maps to scatter Dragon Ball waypoints over at a variable distance. The distance range changes depending on which difficulty setting you chose at the beginning of each game. Its overall range is between 200 meters and 10 kilometers, but if that's not hardcore enough for you, full random mode will actually scatter them around the world. For me and the gang's adventure, we chose easy mode. Hey look, a Dragon Ball!
Excellent, only 6 more till we get our wish.
The game starts with an animation of the balls being scattered. And yes, from now on I will be referring to them as the balls, so laugh now. Price of being a fangirl. Anyway, the animation is a tad lame, but I suppose it's better than a loading screen. As a whole, I guess what one would consider the graphics vary between that funky Saiyan armor dude on the menu, the eternal dragon from the ending credits, and the balls in the... I heard that! God, you're so immature. The balls on the screen. Anyways, finally, the main novelty of this game, the Dragon Radar. In the series, the Dragon Radar was to Goku and the gang, as the Pokédex was to Ash. The beeping and clicking noises of adjusting the range are all there and sound like they were lifted straight from the show. The radar alone will make any fan smile.
2 more down.
Hey Ryan?
Goku.
Goku? I don't have a good feeling about this.
Krillin, that's because you're weak and get beat up a lot.
It's hard to talk about gameplay for this one because it's gonna vary. I mean, really all you're doing is walking around until your phone or iPad is directly over where Google Maps says the ball is. So the fun comes from using your imagination and acting like you're in the Dragon Ball universe. Some people might find that lame, but that's what augmented reality is all about. I recommend getting some buddies together for this kind of thing. Just hang out and have fun with it. Or if you're older and have little kids, show them a few episodes and take them to the park. A cartoon, then video games plus Easter? They'll love it. And boys, if you have a nerdy girlfriend, this is a cheap date that will give you something to do. With balls. The clever feature it offers is the iKamea, which lets you Kamehameha any ball that's impossible to get. Instead of trespassing on somebody else's land, you shoot any one of these bad boys and the ball will move somewhere else. Hopefully more attainable and more legal. There is a multiplayer aspect. You can compete with your friends to see who can hunt down the Dragon Balls fastest, and even shoot your iKameas at each other. Bulma, why do you have the last 2 Dragon Balls?
I wish my dignity back.
Well, I guess we should fight you. Krillin, he's playing a girl, so you have about a 50-50 chance of beating him. Go get him.
I briefly mentioned the dragon earlier, but yes, when all Dragon Balls are collected, the Eternal Dragon shows up, kinda, and he grants your wish. Sorta. Unfortunately, real wishes aren't available through the iPhone yet, except maybe actually through Google Goggles. I swear that's some sort of magic. Regardless, the dragon will grant your wish of a rank on a leaderboard, and as a bonus, your stats about your hunt will be saved. Well, I guess we got them all. Guys, just get this.
Can I have an iPad? Thank you!
iDragonball Sports is an interesting concept and a lot of fun if you're with the right people and willing to get up and walk around to play a game. Again, this is not a game for everyone. If you aren't a fan of the Dragon Ball franchise, you're probably better off playing hide and seek with your friends and saving the $2. This limits the game and does make it more of a novelty. But for all my fellow save warriors, I'd say give it a try. SlideGamer gives it 7 screen smudges out of 10.